Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please give your confirmations on the chat box, please. Thank you. Thank you for your confirmations. Thank you very much. Let us stop the chat. Let us stop the chat. So what is our plan for today? Let's move on to one of the most important concept of Python, that is called as string data type. You'll understand what is string data type, multi-string literals, how can we use indexing in strings, slice operator, length function, using positive indexing and negative indexing with respect to strings. So this session is all about dealing with strings. Okay. Yeah, as usual, before moving on, there are many participants raising their hands for the interaction. So okay, so let's have a quick discussion, starting with Surya Vamsi.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Surya. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, sir. Actually, I'm completely from non-IT background. So I decided to come to IT and I learned AWS and DevOps.
Okay. From which institute?
Like some other institute in Hyderabad.
Okay. Okay.
The question what I want to ask is, will Python overcome the Terraform in building an infrastructure?
You cannot compare Python with Terraform. Okay.
Okay.
Building infrastructure, always Terraform is preferred.
Okay,
Always.
then what is the use of this Python in AWS and DevOps? Which role does it play?
It is used in scripting. Okay.
Okay.
Where you have to sometimes use automation in DevOps. In such cases, we use Python scripting. That's all. It's not a replacement for Terraform. Okay.
Okay. Other than scripting, it will not be useful, right?
No, it will not be useful.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Adinath.
Yeah, Sunil. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. So the small question is like related to the session. The session is running on weekdays only, or on Saturday, Sunday also we need to join? Because
no, it is
on the calendar.
It is only on Monday to Friday.
Okay, because we got the calendar and that it was showing for a weekend as well.
No. You can ignore that. It will be only on Monday to Friday.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Surya. Any questions, Surya? Naveen Kumar. You are now allowed to unmute and talk. Maunika. Yes, Maunika, you can talk now. We cannot hear you, Maunika. Please check your audio settings. Naveen, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Monica, we can hear you now.
Yeah. I have a question regarding yesterday's class. Have tried out the file format you have said, like in folder, we have to save one file and then we can call it on the that screen, right?
Okay.
So I was trying to do that, but I got an error.
What
when
is
I
that?
tried like E/ that one will give, right? Like CD. When I entered it, it said it's invalid.
Okay, you are talking when you are running the Python file from the command prompt.
Yes.
So first you need to go to the command prompt, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you need to go to the location where the Python file is saved. In my case, the Python file is saved in Sunil folder, isn't it? So this is the location where my Python file is saved, is it?
Yes.
So I need to go to that particular location where your Python file is saved. Can you tell me?
It's my folder, like
which drive?
I saved it on desktop.
Okay, please save it in. No, don't save it in desktop.
Okay.
Make sure the path is very simple. Okay, man. Make sure the folders are not having any spaces. I think the folders are having some spaces. So clear. That's the reason. Please don't do it in desktop. Do it in E drive. Okay. Immediately in the E drive, create a small folder with your name, and then you can run it. You'll get it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank God.
Okay. So Monica, I have some questions for you. Are you ready to answer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you give me one example of a function in Python?
Like.
Can you give me one example of a function?
Print.
Correct.
Type.
What print is a function? What is the purpose of the print function?
It prints out whatever the input we give in.
Okay. Any other functions?
Type.
What is type function will do?
A type function will display type of the input we have given, like int,
type of the variable.
Yeah, type of the variable.
Any other functions?
ID.
Correct. What does it do?
It returns the address of a variable.
Correct. So how to identify a function?
Whichever has a brackets after the
name of the function. Yes, after the name. If you have brackets, that's nothing but a function. Perfect. So Monica,
yes.
How can we write comments in Python?
We can use slash in front of the line.
Forward slash or backward slash?
Forward slash.
No, you're wrong. We have to use hash.
Oh yeah, I said it wrong. Yeah, sorry.
Isn't it? So this is hash. Yeah. Hash is for commenting in Python, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the interesting thing in Python with respect to declaring the variables?
We don't have to give the type of the variable.
That feature is called dynamically typed. Okay. Python is dynamically typed programming language. Okay. So that means when you want to have a variable, just write a equal to 10. That's all. You don't need to mention the data type of the A. The data type of the A is depending upon the value what we store in that particular variable. If you store a number, this data type, this variable becomes integer. Again, if you change it to a string, that becomes a string data type, isn't it, Monica?
Yes.
You know Python, or is the first time you learn?
I mean, I have learned by myself, seeing YouTube videos and W3 schools. Little bit I know.
Okay. Good. How do you know this? How do you know this course?
One of my friends last year, she joined in DevOps class of yours. So this institute, like, I don't know whom she has joined, but she referred it to me. Like, I was learning Python, I said to her, so she referred this course to me.
Okay. Is she working in DevOps now?
Yeah, she's not working on DevOps. She got a job as a Python developer.
Python. Okay, Monica. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Bhaskar.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
How are you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good.
So,
yes.
How is the Python sessions going on?
Yes, sir. It's going good for now. Like, even I'm new to this Python. So,
are you able to understand?
Yeah.
Yes. You're able to practice?
Yes. I'm able to understand. But thing is, like, actually, I'm DevOps, like I'm learning DevOps course. Just wanted to know, like, in this Python, you in the first class, I think you mentioned we'll be covering from basics to medium level. So,
Python.
I mean, yeah, in this Python course, we'll be covering from basic to medium level.
Correct.
So, as I was learning DevOps, so will this basic to medium level will be sufficient, sir?
That
Because
is more than enough. Okay.
yeah,
DevOps engineer needs not to be learning, need not to be writing complex Python code. Okay. Python programmers, where they will use frameworks, so they need advanced Python. DevOps engineer, but this course is more than enough.
okay. So in this basic to medium, we'll be covering the Python scripting as well, sir.
You are right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
One more final call. Andy Asama.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good morning.
Good
How are you
evening
doing?
for you. I am doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I have two questions. The first one related to the class yesterday. So we were able to see that we can save our Python code using Edit Plus, correct?
Correct.
Yes. My question is, can we save a Python code straight from the command prompt or not?
No, you cannot do it from the command prompt. You have to use an editor.
Okay.
Like Edit Plus or Notepad. You cannot directly save the code from the command prompt. You can invoke integrated development learning environment from the command prompt, and then you can write some Python scripting, and then you can run the Python file, but you cannot create a Python file from the command prompt. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Second question is regarding the class itself. You mentioned that we can have access to the recording. How can we pay for that?
I think I already have mentioned it. You have to visit our website. I hope you know it.
Yes.
logiclabstech.com. Okay. And go to
Because I looked on the website and I didn't see this bash.
I'll show you. So go to this site, logiclabstech.com. I think I already logged in. Can you see courses?
Yes, sir.
You are unable to find our course, right? That's the problem.
Yes, I'm unable to
Go
find
to upcoming. It is still in the upcoming batches. Okay, we have not modified. It should not be there, but go to upcoming batches.
Okay.
In the upcoming batches, you can see
On the course.
Python batch. Okay, this is a WhatsApp group. Okay, live sessions. It should be there. Python batch. So batch number is
110.
Can you see here? This is 110.
Okay.
Okay, this is our batch.
Yes, sir.
So select this, and then here we have buy the course. Okay.
Okay.
And then check out, and then you have to log in. You can log in with your Gmail credentials, and you can pay with the international payments also. Okay. Okay, Andy.
Okay.
You can
Yes, sir.
proceed and check out.
Thank you.
Next. Okay, so let's learn handling strings in today's session. I hope you are practicing. Practicing is very, very important. Let's discuss about string data type. String is sequence of characters. Okay. And so let's say a sequence of characters which can make a word or group of words. So those are nothing but called as strings. We can represent string in single quotes. We can also use double quotes. Okay, so for example, I want to store a string in a variable A. So you can see A equal to Sunil, and whenever you're dealing with strings, you have to mention it in single quotes. You can mention it in single quotes. For example, let's open the integrated development environment. So string I'm enclosing in single quotes. That's it. Now, if I write type of A, type gives the data type. It will not print the value. It gives the data type of that particular variable. So it is string. So Python robot can understand this value. When you mention a value in single quotes, it understands as string. But string, you can also pass it in double quotes also. A equal to the same value, I can pass it in double quotes. Whichever you feel you follow the convention, but both are equally good. So now I'm storing it in double quotes. Now when I write type of A, again, it is string as string. So string, you can enclose it in single quotes. You can also enclose it in double quotes. Both are equally good. Multi-lines string literals can be enclosed, should be enclosed in triple quotes. Multi-lines, for example, you have to, if you want to, this is called multi-line string when string is in multiple lines. When string is in multiple lines, in such case, you have to enclose it in such case, you have to enclose it in triple quotes. Okay, correct, isn't it? For example, A equal to 1, 2, 3, triple quotes. Type of A, it is string, and print of A. Are you getting in multiple lines? This is called multi-line string. Multi-line string. When you're dealing with multi-line string, when your string is in multiple lines, then you have to use triple quotes. Keep in touch. Okay. Now, next, this is very important point. This is very, very important point. Let's say your string is this word Sunil. How can I access a character in the string? How can I access a character in the string? For example, this is a string value. This is a string. Okay. I'm passing it in single quotes. That's fine. Now, when I write print of A, what will be output? The entire string is printed. Sunil is printed. But I don't want to print the entire string. I want to print only my first character of the string. So you want to access the first character of the string, or you want to access the third character of the string, or you want to access the last character of the string. You don't want to print entire string. You want to print a specific character. Whenever you want to print a specific character, in such case, we have to use the concept of indexing. We have to use the concept of indexing. So string will provide index values to these characters. Okay, the index value of the first character is 0, my dear friends. The index character of first character is 0. The second character, index numbering starts with 0. If your string is Sunil, the first character, you can access it by index number 0. Second character will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's how these are indexing. These are index numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the index number. Always in string, index number starts with 0. Now, in case if you want to access the first character, in case if you want to access the first character, print of A of 0. A will give you entire string, right? But you don't want entire string. You want only letter S to be printed. Now, what is the index number of the first character? The index number of first character is 0. So this is how we can access character of the string by using index. And remember, in Python, always index number starts with, correct, always index number starts with 0. Now I want to print the first character. If I want print of A of, in square brackets, you have to mention the index number which you want to print. So are you getting S? Are you getting S? Yes, perfect. Are you able to access a specific character in the string? Are you able to access the specific character in the string? Yes, we are able to access a specific character by using indexing. Now I want to access the third character. I want to access the third character. I want to access N. So you can access N by using the index number 2. Are you getting N? Are you able to access third character? Yes. I want to access last character. Yes, no doubt, my dear friends. No doubt. You can access the last character, SUNIL. The last character is L. So now you are able to have full control on the string. You can print the entire string, or you can print a specific character in the string. You can do that by using the help of indexing. Remember, always index number starts with 0. The index numbers of the string letters start with 0. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Next. Slice operator. What slicing will do? Slicing is nothing but what is general meaning of the term slicing? Slicing is nothing but cutting, isn't it? From the entire string, you want a part of the string. Okay, that is the meaning of slicing. You may a slice of an apple, but you don't want an entire apple. You want a single slice. In the same way, instead of entire string, you can have a slice of you can have a slice of a string. Okay, how slicing works? Look at this. What is the meaning of the term slice? Slicing is nothing but giving a part of the string. I hope you got the concept of slicing with respect to string. To get the part of the string, we use slice operator. So string is something which is widely used at the industry level, because most of the time when you're working in projects also, you should have a full control of how to deal with strings. So these are very, very important. So whenever you want to get a part of the string, when we use slicing operator, for example, this is my string, Sunil. I want UNI. What is the output I want? UNI. UNI. So this part I want. Okay. So how can you use slicing? So I want this particular in Sunil. I want this part. UNI. Okay, only that part you want. So how can you use slicing to get a part of a particular string? You can do that, no doubt. Okay, look at the syntax. You have to follow begin index. You have to mention the begin index and end of index of the slice. So what is the beginning index? The beginning index is 1. And what is the ending index? Index is 3. Isn't it? Beginning index is 1, the ending index is 3. So when you use this beginning index and ending index, then you will get the slice. Let's try to get the slice of that particular string. So print of A of begin index is 1. You have to use colon, not comma, colon, ending index. Ending index is 3. 1 to 3. Are you getting, sorry, I'm wrong. print of A square brackets 1, 2, 3 square brackets close. Are you getting? Okay. Okay, let's try to understand. When you're getting 1, 2, 3, what is expected? 1, 2, 3, you are expecting U and I. Okay, but what it is returning? Is it returning U and I? It is returning only UN. Okay, so that is the behavior. The behavior means the behavior is it returns from the begin index to end minus 1. That's the concept, end minus 1. This is the ending index. Index is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that is it is returning till the second index. Now you want the third index also. You have to use 4. 4 minus 1, you get the third index, U and I. So you have to use 4. So that's the behavior. Are you understanding? Now are you getting the slice of the string? You are able to get the slice of the string. So you can get a slice of a string by using begin index and end index. Indexing is very, very important. You can now access the entire string. By default, when you write print of the variable, entire string is printed. You can access specific character by using the index. You can also get the slice of a particular index by using the begin index and end index. Keep in mind, when you mention end index, it returns n minus 1. Okay, so this is called about slicing. You know about slicing also now. Okay, perfect. Narendra. How are you doing, Narendra? Any questions? You have raised your hand. Siva Sankaramurthy.
Good morning, Sunil.
Good morning.
If we want to print 1 to 4, what we have to do?
Okay. That means you want UNIL, isn't it?
Yeah, yes.
Look at this. Okay. If we do not specify begin index.
Yeah, sir.
Siva, if you do not specify begin index, the default value is 0. If you look at this example, Siva, print of,
Okay.
did I mention the begin index?
Okay.
Did I mention the begin index?
No,
No.
sir.
When you don't mention the begin index, what is the default value it will take? It will take default value as 0. So, and then begin end ending index I have mentioned as 3. 3 means 3 minus 1, it takes it as 2. So
2.
what is the output of this?
UN.
Begin index is 0, SUN.
Yeah, SUN.
Starts
SUN.
from 0, is it?
Yeah.
So are you getting SUN? So what is the important point? Begin index is not mandatory. The default value of the begin index is 0. Similarly, if you do not specify end index, Siva, if you do not specify end index, it returns all the characters till the end of the string. For example, you want, this is your question, isn't it? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir, yeah.
from the second index, you want all the characters to be printed, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir, yeah.
So for example, second, so UNIL, I want it. So you do not specify the ending index. If you do not specify ending index till the last character, it will be displayed. Are you getting NIL? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Perfect, Siva. So
Got it.
using indexes, what we can do, Siva, we can have full control of the string, isn't it?
String.
You can print a specific individual character by using index numbering. We can also have a part of a string by using the begin index and ending index. By default value of the begin index is 0, and the default value, if you do not specify end index till the last of the string, till the last character, you get the output. Is it, Siva?
Yes.
Perfect.
Sir. Got it.
So how are you learning, Siva? Is it clear?
Very fine, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Very clear, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir.
So this is how you can have full control of your string values. Let's say if you do not specify begin index and end index, for example, you get the entire string. There's no meaning. There's no need for explanation or execution. If you do not specify begin index and end index, that means it's entire string, as if you're printing the entire string. Okay. Siva, can we have a talk one more time?
Yes, sir.
So we have a length which will return the length of the string. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I have one question. What is len?
Length is a command.
What is length? This one.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. No. Very simple. Look at this. What length will give you? Can you guess the output? It returns the length of the string. What do you mean by length of the string? What do you mean length of the string? For example, Sunil is how many characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So length will return the number of characters present in the string. For example, how many characters are present in Sunil? How many characters? Sorry, indentation. So there should not be any spaces. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You should, yeah. Let's look at that. Are you getting? Sunil is 5 characters, isn't it? For example, A equal to, I'm writing it as Siva. Siva is my string. So print of length of A. So how many, what is the output, Siva?
4.
Yes, you are getting 4. So what length will do? Can you answer? What length will do? It returns the length of the string.
Length of string.
Yeah. Okay. Now my question is, what is length? What is length? Can you answer me? What is print? Siva?
Print is a function.
Correct. How to identify?
It's
opening brackets, close brackets. What is type?
It's also a function.
What is length?
A function.
Correct. That's what I want. Okay. So length is a function. Every function generally returns a number generally. Okay. So length, when you pass a variable, it returns the length of that particular string. So length is a function. Thank you. So you need to write it as len, but you need to read it as length. Don't say len, you have to read it as length, but you have to type it as len. So we have a len function which returns the length of the string. This is important. I want to convert Sunil to this Sunil. This is one string. This is a different string. The difference is, in the first string, all the letters in small case. The difference is all the letters are in small case. I want to convert that particular string and I want to convert it to initialize capitals. That means the first letter should be capitals, the remaining letters should be all small letters. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can do it. So whenever these are frequently used. Okay, especially when you're printing the report, you want the name to be displayed in initialized capitals, but in the database you have small cases, everything. So this kind of conversion should happen. So how can I convert this value? All the letters with small letters, all the content string in small letters, I want to convert it to initialized capitals. Okay, now how can we do it? Look at this. Who is ready to talk to me with respect to this example? Please raise your hand. Who is ready to talk to me with respect to this particular example? Please raise your hand. Prabhakar, good morning.
Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
Can we discuss with respect to this example?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we doing here in this line?
We are assigning the Sunil string to a variable.
Correct. Perfect. Okay. What is the output of this line?
Sunil.
Sunil is the output, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Next. This is the most important line, Prabhakar. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
We know indexing, right?
Yes.
Index number starts with 0. Okay. So what is the output of print of a of 0? If I just write a of 0.
Yes. Small is s.
What is the output of this? This will be printing only
Yes.
one letter. That is
First
called as
letter.
yes. Okay.
Yes.
Now there is a function called upper. There is a function called upper. So I am applying upper function on this particular A of 0. A of 0 is nothing but letter S. So when you use upper, what happens? The letter S will be converted into
Capital
uppercase,
S.
capital S. The small s will be converted to capital S. Okay, so let's try to do till this part, Prabhakar. Okay.
Okay.
A equal to first what value we are planning to pass. Sunil. Print of A. Entire string is printed. I don't want entire string. I want only first character to be printed. Print of A of, whenever you want to access first character, the index number starts with 0. Yes, now I am able to access the first character. Now I want to convert the first character. I want to convert the first character to uppercase. So print of A of 0. Dot. You have to use what? We have to use upper. What is upper?
Upper also function.
Correct. Whenever you are seeing opening brackets and closing brackets, then it is a function. Now are you getting capital S? Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. So the first letter you have converted to capital letters. Now look at the next value. What this part is doing, A of 0 dot upper, A of 0 dot upper is returning. Yes. Plus is what? Concatenation, Prabhakar. Okay.
Okay.
And this is slicing. I'm using slicing. A of 1 comma space. When I write 1, it returns the index number 1 from the index number 1. What is the index number 1?
U.
The index number 1 is U. And did I mention the ending index?
No.
I have not mentioned the ending index. What happens when you do not mention the ending index?
It will take the last letter up to
Till the last letters. That's what we have learned it in our previous session. You can see here. If you do not specify, ending index, it returns all the characters till the end of the string. That is the concept. So I'm not specifying the ending index. I'm not specifying the ending index. So when you don't specify ending index, this one, I'm not specifying the ending index. So what happens? What is the output of this? First, A of 0 dot upper will return capital S. Okay. Plus is for concatenation. Concatenation, Prabhakar, is all about joining. And then from the second index, U, N, I, L, the entire letter will be printed, isn't it? Shall we try?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Print of A of
0.
This is first index. Do you have to that convert into
Upper plus A of 1
from the beginning index 1, ending index I don't want to mention. Close the brackets of print. Now are you getting Sunil in uppercase? Did we convert the small letter Sunil to the initialize with capitals, Prabhakar? Okay.
Yes.
Now what I'm doing here, the same expression. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not using print. I'm storing it in my variable B. Okay. So I'm storing it in variable B. Now when I write print of B, are you getting Sunil in uppercase? Whereas print of A is as is. We have not disturbed the variable A, but we have stored that in the changes that we have stored it in the variable B, and we are able to convert it. So Prabhakar, like this. Now, why did I show this example? Because like this, you should be in a position to use indexing as per the requirement, and using this print function, length function as per the requirement to get the desired logic. Clear, Prabhakar?
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhakar. Thank you for.
So, Sunil, one more doubt I have.
Yes.
Actually, while entering the users, maybe they will enter like small s, capital U, NUL, remaining all are small.
Yes. Okay. In such case, first you have to convert either all the letters to lowercase or all the letters to uppercase. Okay. That's the first step. Okay. There's a way we can convert all the values to lowercase, and then you have to apply this logic so that only one first character will be converted to uppercase. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Now, in Python, there is a negative indexing also available for the strings. Whatever we have discussed about indexing, whatever we have discussed about indexing, you know that these are the index number starts with 0, 1, 2. These are all indexing. This indexing, what we have learned, this indexing is called positive indexing. This indexing is called positive indexing. In Python, there is positive indexing as well as negative indexing also. We have positive indexing as well as negative indexing also. Look at the diagram to understand about negative indexing. Look at this diagram to understand about the negative indexing. Whatever we have discussed till now, this is positive indexing. The positive indexing starts with 0 and then it increments by 1 and you will get all the characters. You can access the characters. Negative indexing is also there in string. Negative indexing starts from this direction. Okay? From right to left. And negative indexing starts with -1. That's the first number. Start with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. This means if I want to print only one letter, last letter L. Okay. Now, if I want to print last letter L, I can use positive indexing. I can also use negative indexing. Now, A equal to Sunil. I think we already have Sunil. I want to access last character, print of A of index number, positive index. I'm writing it as 4. Are you getting L printed? Yes. The same letter you can also access from the negative indexing. Print of A of, I can write -1. Are you getting L also? Yes. So L you can access. So every string will have positive indexing as well as negative indexing. Every string will have positive indexing and negative indexing. So if you want to access first to last letter, you can access by using the positive number. You can also access by using negative indexing. In the same way, if you want to print letter U, you can access positive indexing, you can access negative indexing. So both are available in Python. I just want to tell you that we have both the indexing. As I have shown you, we have negative indexing also. Keep that in mind. If anybody asks about, do you know about negative indexing, you should be in a position to answer. The negative indexing is the reverse order and starts from -1. Keep that in mind. That's about negative indexing. So I have just shown you the image to understand the concept of negative indexing. Okay. Now I want to convert the last letter to capital. Last time I have converted the first character to S, right? Now let's learn the process of converting the last letter to L. Okay, let's learn the process of converting the last letter to L. Who is ready to talk to me with respect to this particular example? Converting Sunil in all in lowercase to Sunil, where the last letter is in uppercase. Who is ready to talk to me? Perfect. Tirumala.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can we talk Tirumala with respect to this example?
Yes, sir.
Are you clear about understanding positive indexing as well as negative indexing?
Yes, sir. I am understanding.
Negative indexing number starts with
-1, sir.
Okay, so when I write -1 on Sunil, what will be the output?
L, sir.
Correct. Okay, now let's discuss about this. Okay. Now we already have discussed about length function.
Yes, sir.
What length function will return?
It defines the length of the string, sir.
It is returning length of the string. Okay. Now
yes, sir.
Let's try to understand this expression. Okay.
Yes, sir.
A of, this is slicing, index number 0. 0 is nothing but beginning character to length of A. What is the output of length of A?
5, sir.
5. 5 minus 1 is
4.
4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So fourth index is nothing but which value?
L, sir.
Fourth index is L, but it returns for n minus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? When I write 4, it returns n minus 1. So what will be the output? You will out SUNI, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's try this. So are you getting SUNI? Okay. And then what is our part? I want to convert the last letter to uppercase, isn't it? Okay. Plus is for concatenation. You can access the last character can be accessed by using negative indexing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
you
sir.
can use A of -1 returns last letter. And last
sir.
letter, what is upper?
Upper means it capitalize the letter, sir.
Which letter it will capitalize? The last letter it will
L,
capitalize. So it returns.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
L, sir.
So that's
Yes,
it. So plus is for concatenation. Whenever you want to join the strings, in such case we use plus symbol. So
Yes,
now look at this. Are you able to, sorry, why indentation? When you're getting this indentation error, what does that mean? That means, can you see there should not be any spaces? Can you see there's one space here? So there should not be any spaces. When you have spaces, then you get this indentation error. Keep that in mind. Now I have removed the indentation. Now the complete string is stored in which variable? B. Now when I write print of
B.
B, are you getting SUNIL? So using the negative indexing, positive indexing, using these kind of functions, so we can convert. Clear, Tirumala? Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know Python, Tirumala? Is the first time you're learning it?
Yes, sir. I have learned previous, but I didn't attend the classes. I have some more idea about
you already
Python.
know, having idea on Python. Where did you learn?
Yes, sir, from my college, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you, Tirumala.
Thank you, sir.
Perfect. So did we convert you? So using this slicing operator, using the negative indexing and using the positive indexing, you should have full control about the concept of string. So did we meet our agenda for today's session? Now you have discussed, you know how to handle strings. Strings should be enclosed in single quotes. Yet you can also enclose it in double quotes, which are comfortable for you. Multi-line string literals. So whenever you want to handle strings which are in multiple lines, you can handle it by using triple quotes. Using indexing in strings, you know, index number starts with 0 and then increments by 1. Every character you can access it by using index number. And you can get a part of the string by using the slice operator, where you have to mention the begin index and you have to mention the last index. Length function, we already just now discussed, will return the length of the string. Not only length function, we have an upper function. Similarly, there is lower function, which will convert a specific character to uppercase or lowercase. Okay. So you came to know that in Python, we have positive indexing as well as negative indexing. Also, we have learned the process of using the positive indexing and negative indexing. Yes, perfect. I strongly recommend, my dear friends, Python is very easy, but you cannot, as it is easy, you cannot ignore. Practicing is very, very important. Only when you practice, you will have confidence attending the interviews or whatever you are learning. It you will remember only when you practice. Okay. Any questions? Devika.
Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
Good morning, Devika.
Sunil, I have a question here. See, if the string is very short, what you explained. Suppose if it is multiple lines, what about the counting of index? It will be more, right?
Yes,
so,
more is right. Even spaces are also considered. Okay.
Yeah,
So that is the reason we have to use a negative indexing. For example, you want to print the last line, Devika, last letter. For example, you have a very, very big string. Okay. You want to only print last letter. It is very difficult for us to count the index numbers, isn't it? Their negative indexing comes with hand. You please use -1, happily you get last letter. Okay. So yes, so that's how negative indexing is sometimes preferred when the length of the strings are very long. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Longanathan.
Hi, Sunil. Good morning.
Good morning.
My question, the slice operator. So we are mentioning the starting of the positive index and the end of the index, right? So normally the print will be n-1, right?
Correct.
In that case, if we have 5 index, 5, I think the 0 to 4. If I want to print the last character, if I mention 0 to 0 colon and
no. 1 minute. Yeah. Let's say the string is Sunil. Okay. Which one you want to print?
Print the 4, the L.
Yeah. So we have library, right? Print of A of
No, one, it will come to 0, right? Instead of 4, I mean,
No, you want only one character to be printed, right? L?
No, the entire character. So like Sunil, right? Sunil 02:4. If you mention 4, so it will be n-1, right?
No. What is the output you want?
I want to see the entire output. Like
then just write print. You want the entire string to be printed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just write A. That's enough. Okay. Don't use slicing. When should we go for slicing? Only when you want the part of the string, then only you have to go for slicing. Now, in your case, you want the full string to be displayed.
No, sorry. My question is maybe I put in different way. Maybe I want to put from 1 to 4. Okay, so.
Okay, you want your output. Yeah. You want UNIL.
Yeah, correct. So in that case, yeah.
In that case, okay. In that case, mention the begin index. Okay. Okay. And do not mention the last index, ending index.
Okay.
Okay. So no, no, you should not mention the ending index, because if you mention the ending index, it takes n-1, isn't it? That's the issue. So that's the reason Python has given us this disadvantage of giving the ending index optional. If you do not specify end index, it returns all the characters. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the main purpose behind introducing this. Okay. Now, when you just mention A of like this.
Like this. Okay, I got it now. So,
right?
it's not
that's the main purpose. That's the main.
It's not necessary. Yeah.
That's the main purpose of this. You're getting UNIL. Okay.
Okay.
Correct?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sandeep.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah. Sir, if I want to print the characters S and L, what is the code, sir?
Okay, alternate characters.
Yeah.
There's no predefined function for this. We have to use the concept of looping so that you can pick up individual characters and add it to the string. Okay. So when we introduce looping, you'll understand that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, Sandeep. Srikanth. Hello, Srikanth. How are you doing N4B?
I'm doing great, sir. Thank you for the session.
Thank you for joining. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. I'm doing great.
Thank you. How is today's session?
No, today's session is great, sir. It's really great. I'm enjoying it.
Thank you. Any specific question?
I just have one question, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. If I want to use positive indexing to print only the letter R, is it possible?
Only one letter, right?
Yeah, the last letter, which is R, using positive indexing.
You can mention the letter 4 for getting the last letter. Okay. For example, the last letter is L, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just mention 4. 4 is last letter L. Are you getting the last letter?
Okay.
And 4B? Yes.
Okay,
so use the index number to get the specific character. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
Slicing,
and so when the
yeah, please proceed. Please proceed and forbid your question.
Yeah, if the string is really long, sir, and you have to bring something that is in the middle, so would you possibly need to have to count?
Yes, you have to count. There's no other option. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So that's it for today's session, my dear friends. I hope you have any. Srikanth, you have any question?
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Very good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mic is not
okay, no problem.
Yeah, good, sir.
Is everything clear?
Like past before session also, I learned like previous batch also.
Okay.
But I didn't get that time. Now
okay.
I'm learning.
You are practicing?
Yeah, yeah.
Good, good. All the best. Keep learning. Okay.
Thank you.
So my dear friends, this is all for today's session. So today's session is all about indexing. Stay tuned for tomorrow's session where we learn day by day more and more about Python. Practicing is very important to get the best of the training. Please practice. And if you want to buy the recording, as I have shown you, go to the website or Python batch 1, Python batch number 10, 110. Please log in with your email address and check out. Have a good time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.